Well, I would like to see somebody who has the guts to begin to stand up to the people who own this country.
From Sydney, Australia to Maputo, Mozambique, from Hanoi, Vietnam to Paris, France, from Sao Paulo, Brazil to Washington, D.C. to right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
The Women's March, the Tax Day March, all those marches, that banner was there.
Let's start at the very basic level. Government is there to serve everybody regardless of who they are, regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of age or income or anything else. Government's job is to service everybody. Somehow, I think in our society, it's gotten lost.
Yeah.
That government is this like mean, nasty thing that wants to take away our guns and wants to trample our rights and do all this stuff. No, government, that's not the job of government is to serve everybody regardless of everything.
And that revolution, our revolution, continues.
Hi, my name is Phoenix Clouder. On most days, this is me, brushing my teeth, washing my face, and getting ready for work. Like most people, I work a steady job that pays every 2 weeks and is just enough to keep the lights on. And that was working just fine up until 2016.
Which by the way, we are keeping open. Would I approve waterboarding? You bet your ass I'd approve it. You bet your ass. In a heartbeat.
And I'd bring back a hell of a lot worse than waterboarding.
I want surveillance of certain mosques, okay? If that's okay. ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS, okay? He's the founder. He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton.
War hero. He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay?
The 2016 election was as divisive and as disheartening as it could get. But it did do one good thing. It woke a sleeping giant.
Together, my friends, we have begun a political revolution to transform America, and that revolution, our revolution, continues.
We're going to give America something they actually want. Change from the left.
This is a movement. It's not going away. It started with Occupy.
Change is difficult.
22% of America's children of all colors live in poverty in the richest nation in the history of the world.
We're going to take the corporate establishment Democrats and run them out of Washington.
And we are being tested about whether or not we have heart enough, strength enough, soul enough, humanity enough to stand up and to do what is right.
On the national stage, the push for progressive policies appears to be gaining traction thanks to several new political groups like Our Revolution, Indivisible, Democratic Socialists of America, and Justice Democrats. But the question I needed answered is, what is happening in my city? Has the progressive revolution made its way to Ohio? And is it as good as advertised? First stop, Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus, to chat with political director Steve Holecko.
I'm the political director of the Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus. Also a candidate for the Democratic Party primary District 14 on May 8th. And this is now a campaign office with Nikki Antonio's state Senate campaign, Mike Skindle's state rep campaign, and Dennis Kucinich uses this office sometimes for governor.
Why did you establish the Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus?
Our goal upon forming the Progressive Caucus was to continue the political revolution in Northeast Ohio.
Explain to me, for someone who may vote democratically all the time across the board, why are these changes necessary?
Look what happened last year, or 16. People stayed home and allowed Donald Trump to get elected because they didn't see the Democratic Party as it was in its inception.
Did you used to be a Democrat?
I did. Up until Hillary.
I'm here for Donald Trump because I can't vote for Hillary. I'm a registered Democrat. I'm a committee chairperson in my neighborhood, but I cannot vote for Hillary Clinton.
And I couldn't vote for Hillary for anything.
So you were a Bernie supporter then?
Yeah, very, very hardcore Bernie supporter, yep.
And so now you're coming out to support Trump?
Yeah, of course. Trump, we can't go for crooked Clinton. We can't go for her. Trump! Yes, go Trump.
We also feel that county Democratic Party shouldn't take corporate contributions. They should be involved in issues such as the minimum wage, such as helping Clevelanders for public transit get full funding. And they should be involved in the resistance movement. The Women's March, the Tax Day March, all those marches, that banner was there. There was no county Democratic Party banner at any of them. One of the criticisms of Bernie Sanders was, he's not a Democrat. Then you're also saying Franklin Roosevelt wasn't a Democrat. Franklin Roosevelt believed in a government-run healthcare plan. He believed in the wealthy paying their fair share of taxes. He believed in a jobs program where the government provided jobs. So, unless we can get the Democratic Party on the right track, I don't know what's going to happen when the Republican Party falls apart.
Happens if you, Mike, Nikki, and Dennis are all elected? What does that mean for the city of Cleveland?
That means that there is a real progressive movement in Cuyahoga County and Ohio.
To get a better understanding of local politics, I traveled to Lakewood to talk to recently elected and Our Revolution endorsed City Councilman Tristan Rader.
What made you decide to run for councilman?
Well, I probably, it's funny, I tell people I decided after I announced.
He is the type of heart, soul, agreement leader that we need on the local level of government. He understands how important it is to listen to the voices of the people and to push public policies that will absolutely help to change their lives. He also understands that the power that he will have when he wins is not his power, but it is the people's power. He is bold, he is courageous, he is humble, but more importantly, he understands that he carries the will of the people with him and that it should matter that he is in the room. So Lakewood, sisters and brothers in Lakewood, please give this young, uncompromising, bold, progressive leader the opportunity to serve you.
I was just sort of fed up with, I guess, the way the system was running at the time, the way the government was, what our government was doing here, and I decided that, if no one else was going to, I would throw my hat in the ring.
And had you ever held political office before?
Nope. In fact, I got involved not too long ago when Bernie Sanders decided to run for president. I was just graduating with my master's degree and thought, well, this is the time. So I jumped ship, quit my job, and followed Bernie around the country a little bit. And I did that. I came back home and decided to get involved locally.
And what does a councilman, what are you in charge of exactly?
Sure. So first, the city of Lakewood, it's a city of about 52,000 people. So I represent the whole city as an at-large, so I represent 52,000 people. And part of the job of council is to pass the budget. So Lakewood has about a $150 million budget we have to pass every year in order to keep the city running and make sure the roads are plowed and paved and garbage gets picked up and the water department's working functionally. So that's part of our job, is to pass the budget and make sure that the money's being spent accordingly. Secondly, we write the laws for the city, we adjust the laws for the city. So anything to do with traffic, anything to do with any type of code enforcement, those laws are passed by this council. And those are the two basic functions. So we make laws, pass laws, and we pass the budget.
How do you convince those people to get involved and to vote, or even, what I'm saying? What exactly, how did you get elected, I should say?
Yeah. Well, first, I think everything's political. And if you're not involved in politics, well, Too bad. Your landlord is, your boss is, everybody you know, like everybody that has controls your life somehow, that decides how much you get paid, decides when you get your raise, decides, you know, how you get to drive to work every morning, decides when the garbage gets taken and when it doesn't. All those decisions are political. So if you're not involved in politics, this is what I try to tell people. If you're not involved in politics, you're really opening yourself up to be screwed.
We're really in a kind of a chaotic period.
And the beautiful thing about the chaos is chaos does present opportunities.
Absolutely.
So like, it's safe for someone like me. How would I run for office?
You just do it, you know. If you're interested in politics, if you or people telling you can't do it, you're never gonna win, don't listen to them, because in the end, you know, put your vision out there. If people like it, if you're willing to put the work in, you know, you can be a council person, you can be a congressman, you can be a senator, if you're willing to do the work.
How big do you want to start? And one of the great things about our 200 Central Committee candidates, they're starting in a precinct with maybe 100 voters. Okay, that's a great starting point. You learn to knock on doors, you learn to make the lid piece. You don't need money if you're going to campaign in a precinct. I mean, you maybe need a little bit of money, but how much money a lid piece for 100 people?
Work your butt off. Not everybody's work looks the same either. You know, your thing might not be knocking doors. Fine. Just go out there, be out there, do something. You know, don't sit at home. Don't think somebody else is doing it. Don't think you're winning, ever.
Tristan is right. This is the moment when it's on us, the American citizens, to wrestle back control of our government, to fight to end injustice, discrimination, and corruption. It's on us, because no one is going to do it for us. And the best part is, we're not alone. There are thousands more out there pushing their way in, and they won't stop until the revolution is finally here.
Ocasio-Cortez,
Cori Bush,
Charter Richardson,
Amy Vilela. So brush your teeth and wash your face. It's time to go to work.
What are you passionate about? You know, what do you want to change? What kind of vision do you want to enact for the world? What scares the crap out of you? What makes you angry? Why are you doing this? So if you don't have that kind of motivation, you know, that motivational piece, if this is a hobby for you, then you know, you better have a lot of rich friends.